Welcome to the St. Petersburg Housing Authority. In this video, we're going to review what a housing authority is and how it works. Generally speaking, a housing authority is a governmental body that oversees some aspect of a region's housing. Established in the 1930s by the federal government to provide safe, decent, and affordable housing for the working poor, there are now 3,300 housing authorities in the United States, authorized under federal, state, and local legislation. Founded in 1937, the St. Petersburg Housing Authority is one of the oldest housing authorities in the nation. And it's the second oldest housing authority in the state of Florida. The St. Petersburg Housing Authority is not a department of the City of St. Petersburg, but an independent housing agency. Technically, we are a quasi-municipal corporation or a political subdivision of the state of Florida, governed by Chapter 421 of Florida statutes. The majority of our funding comes from the federal government through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. The St. Petersburg Housing Authority receives no money from the City of St. Petersburg, Pinellas County, or the state of Florida for our housing programs. The St. Petersburg Housing Authority is recognized as a high-performing agency by HUD, the highest rating possible, and has maintained that rating since 1997. Since 2012, we have received 14 national awards from organizations in the housing industry in recognition of our innovative programs, policies, and best practices. A governing body of 7 commissioners develops the policies and goals of the St. Petersburg Housing Authority and provides agency oversight. The Board of Commissioners meets publicly, and their meeting schedule can be found online at www.stpeteha.org. That's stpeteha.org. The mission of the St. Petersburg Housing Authority is to provide a variety of safe, sanitary, accessible, decent, and affordable housing to eligible citizens of the city of St. Petersburg while enhancing and promoting resident self-sufficiency. In order to fulfill that mission, we provide rental opportunities to qualifying residents at below market rates, either through units we own or through units owned by the private sector. The subsidized housing programs offered by the St. Petersburg Housing Authority are not entitlement programs like Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, unemployment compensation, or food stamps. Our residents must qualify for assistance. It is a privilege, not a right. Eligibility is determined by income and available space in our housing programs. Currently, the St. Petersburg Housing Authority owns or operates 6 public housing communities and 2 affordable housing developments, totaling 429 units. In addition to providing low-cost rental apartments, the public housing program provides a foundation from which residents gain a stable and supportive community, opportunities for education, and career training, and ultimately, the attainment of financial self-sufficiency. The St. Petersburg Housing Authority has several in-house programs available to residents to help them reach these goals, such as Section 3 Resident Training Fund, the Community Service Program, and the College Scholarship Program. The St. Petersburg Housing Authority also provides housing assistance through the Housing Choice Voucher Program, commonly known as Section 8. With more than 3,500 vouchers in use, this is the largest housing program that we administer. But that doesn't make the St. Petersburg Housing Authority the city's largest landlord. Each voucher holder signs a lease with a private landlord who is responsible for enforcing that lease. While we do not offer emergency or transitional housing, the St. Petersburg Housing Authority does support efforts to end homelessness. We provide annual funding for some of the efficiency apartments at Pinellas Hope 2, administer vouchers for homeless military veterans through the HUD-VASH voucher program, and provide low-cost rentals for youth aging out of foster care. All of these housing opportunities can be found within the St. Petersburg Housing Authority's service area, which includes the city of St. Petersburg and a 10-mile radius of the city. Our central office on Gandy Boulevard is located roughly in the middle of our service area and is in close proximity to jobs, multifamily housing communities, and most of the public housing properties that we directly manage. As the St. Petersburg Housing Authority looks to the future, we're working to create a new model for a holistic community approach in affordable housing development. According to HUD site and neighborhood standards, housing authorities cannot develop public housing in economically, racially, or environmentally impacted communities. Our goals are to reduce the concentration of poverty in some areas of the city, as required by HUD to encourage residents access to jobs, and to provide a wider variety of housing options for low-income families. If you would like more information about the St. Petersburg Housing Authority, please visit our website at www.stpetha.org or call us at 727-323-3171. If you are hearing impaired, please call our TDD line at 800-955-8770 or our TTY line at 800-955-8771.